Hello, and welcome to this Beat Your Competition Online lesson on SEMrush's Sensor tool. Did you know, Google never reveals how or necessarily when they make changes to their search algorithms. The website Search Engine Land estimates, in fact, that Google is reported to change its search algorithm around 500 to 600 times each year. While most of these updates are small and often aren't even picked up by users and SEO, every once in a while Google releases major updates. Between 2014 and 2016 alone, there were thought to be 9 major updates to the algorithm. Google search engine changes have a nasty habit of making mice of men after all major updates. We'd recommend you do 3 things after one. Number 1, do not panic. Number 2, wait to react so you don't waste time. Number 3, read credible sources and use tools like Sensor to adjust where necessary. Oh, and here's a bonus 4th. Communicate what you know with stakeholders. They will love you more for it. Have you ever carried out long-term SEO for a website? You've probably noticed your results fluctuate on occasion. This is perfectly typical, but you may be asking the question, why? The answer comes down to something called Search Engine Results Page Volatility, or SERP volatility for short. Essentially, Sensor is a tool used to track Google's SERP volatility, letting you know if there are any changes to the search engine algorithms. Changes in Google's algorithm can potentially have a drastic effect on SEO. And for the sake of your clients and stakeholders, as well as your own sanity, you will want to stay on top of these algorithmic changes. So let's see how it works. Once logged in, let's head to the top left of the SEMrush dashboard and click to assure we are in the SEO toolkit. Once there, head to the Rank Tracking section of the left sidebar, where you will find the Sensor link, which we will click. The first thing we will notice is that this tool has the ability to track multiple databases. By default, we see the USA desktop database. Note that as of this recording, only 9 databases are important enough for SEMrush to cover. With the exception of China, which doesn't have Google, each country shows volatility rankings for both desktop and mobile databases. Expect more databases to be added over time. Next to this, we can go back in time and see the volatility for various days in the past. Finally, to the right, we can click the blue button to subscribe to notifications, so we can be proactively alerted to database changes. Moving down to the Overview section, we see there are around 20 categories of sites that SEMrush tracks, ranging from arts and entertainment to travel. To the right, we see the current volatility for all, unless we click a category to the left, in which case we see the current rating for that category. In the chart below the current rating, we see volatility for the last 30 days, and we can compare it with other parameters. For example, mobile, in which case we would see mobile is more volatile in the USA database than desktop. We see SERP features occurrence, which percentage 20 pages of search results pages contain a particular SERP feature. Currently, there are 13 different SERP feature types. Below that, we see the usage of HTTPS across the top 10 results and the top 20, which may suggest to us a correlation that the usage of HTTPS is more likely to rank us higher in SERP pages. Head back to the top and click Personal Score. Personal Score allows you to calculate sensor volatility for the keyword sets that you have set up in position tracking. The results are more precise if you have more keywords in these campaigns. Select the project. In this case, we'll select Dominoes.com. We will click the green Setup button if we haven't already set up this project. We are then taken to the same setup screen we would be shown if we wanted to set up position tracking. If we already have position tracking set up, we can simply select the project, then click the green Get Score button. The system will process the volatility for all the locations and devices you have, assuming they are in one of the aforementioned 9 countries. The chart will illustrate volatility for the last 30 days. Now head back to the top and click Deviations. Deviations are the difference between volatility for a certain day and average monthly volatility. Thus, it helps you to understand which categories were relatively more unstable on a given day. For example, news is an extremely volatile category overall. But it may happen that on the day of the update, it did not see as much additional volatility as other categories. So a red or critical deviation would be something to look out for. But a green or low deviation would be nothing of concern. Head back to the top one last time, then click Winners and Losers. This may or may not be a useful tool for you, but let's check it out. Pick a category, and you can see the websites that are really killing it, or dropping the ball. Again, these may not be terribly useful pieces of information if these players are not your direct competition, but at least you can study and learn what they might be doing well, or not so well, using competitive analysis. So, thanks for checking out Sensor with us. See you in the next video!